Hi everyone. I'm Jonathan's Media Shack here once again. And today, I'm going to do a review, / rant, on, The Secret of NIMH2, Timmy to the Rescue, that came in the year of 1998. So basically what the plot's about for this movie is Timmy's now recovered from an illness that plagued him in his youth, and is now a country mouse, and grows into a strong young rodent. And when fellow Thorn Valley resident named Jenny McBride begs him to find her missing mother and father, he gets the opportunity to prove himself worthy of the Brisby name. Timmy then sets out on a journey that puts him on a collision course with a diabolical mouse named Martin, and the dreaded National Institute of Mental Health, and that's basically what the plot's about for this movie. Now, I've seen this movie back in April of this year, and oh my fucking god. This movie is a disaster. I'll tell you the reasons why. 1. The animation for this movie looks really shoddy. Unlike the original film, the animation in the original was phenomenal, but the animation in here looks really terrible. And not only that, it is also done very, very poorly. 2. The musical number in this film is really god-awful. Besides, in the original Secret of NIMH film, the original wasn't a musical, it was actually a fantasy film, and it works of being a fantasy film, but as a musical film, I find it to be a huge, lousy joke. That's like making SpongeBob SquarePants into an educational show. I mean literally, what sense does that make? 0, that's what. 3. I find the plot for this movie to be a huge disaster. I mean, what the hell were they thinking when they've decided to come up with this garbage? I find it to be bullshit. This is one of the worst plot that I've ever seen, especially in an animated movie. 4. The directing for this movie is also a huge mess. And what's worse, Don Bluth didn't direct the film. Instead, you wanna know who directed instead? Dick Sebast. What the actual fuck? It's no wonder why this movie is a huge train wreck. 5. The villains in this movie are so laughable, and weak. Like, all they've ever done was jack shit throughout the entire film. Unlike the original villain, Jenner, he did something that was menacing, but, in this sequel, the villains in here, does jack shit. 6. The characters in this movie were very unlikable. Unlike the first movie, they were really likable in the first film, but in here, they were terrible characters. And they had no redeemable personalities at all. 7. The romance between Timmy and Jenny felt like that it was forced. And I don't see any connections between them. 8. The humor in this movie is very cheesy, and charmless. Unlike the original Secret of NIMH, it had lots of charm in the first movie, while the sequel did not. Wow, it's no wonder why this movie got panned so badly. 9. I find this sequel to be absolutely unnecessary. 10. Timmy in this movie is such a pain in the ass. Even when he tries to help, he instead, done fucks up everything, but not giving a shit, and not listening. And yes, I find him to be very unlikable throughout the entire film. 11. Most of the scenes are really boring, and cliché, and nothing interesting happening. 12. The ending for this movie is very dull. 13. There is no magical moments in this film. Like, literally, what the fuck is this shit? The director of this movie could have at least add magical moments to at least make this movie look decent, but no, that is not the case. Wow, talk about a lousy movie right there. 14. The jokes in this movie is really awkward. And finally, 15. I find the sequel to be the worst movie of 1998, along with Barney's Great Adventure. And Psycho from 1998 as well. And, for my final rating for The Secret of NIMH2, Timmy to the Rescue, I'm going to give it a 1 out of 7. What a horrendous sequel. So, anyways, this will conclude my video for today. Thanks for watching, folks. Don't forget to comment, like this video, subscribe to me, turn on notifications, and also, don't forget to send me a request. I'm Jonathan's Media Shack here, signing off, and I will see you guys next time on my next video. Goodbye.